We start with this with a round of applause for us, huh? Run that shit back a few times. Go us.
That's me and you.
That's us, man.
Me and you, we're us.
Hey, man, listen. Shout out to the pod, you know?
To our pod.
To our pod and us as the hosts of said pod.
And our shoes, I guess.
Shout out to the fact that this has become such a big part of our lives.
Yeah, man, 100.
That's why it's so big on the wall.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yep.
Yo,
It's a big ass sneaker.
we had we had growth.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know where I was
Were you
going
trying
with
to
it.
say exponential growth?
I was gonna say exponential growth, but I was like, that's not where it belongs. No.
Exponential would be we were shit.
Yeah, I mean, we
Fuck, man, we'd be that way. But no, we had growth. Exponential is not what you were looking
No, exponential is wrong. That's when you have an exponent, I think.
Yeah, I mean, can you do to the power of 1?
Yes.
Then maybe that's exactly the exponent we're looking for. Because other than that, I mean, we really didn't grow. If you think
We had
about-
significant growth in our eyes.
See what you did, man. All right, yeah.
Listen, man. First of all, go ahead, put that little back. We'd like to welcome and thank each one of the new people and existing of the subscriberhood.
And apparently that's the way to welcome people. I didn't know that was a welcome sound.
I mean, you know, we don't have enough sounds in the sound bank to really be picky, so I chose the chime.
And also, we don't know which ones are which because Adam still hasn't labeled them.
I know that the yellow one is applause, and that the pink one is a chime.
And I know this.
Oh, you
Yeah, they're laughing behind it because I pressed both. That fucked up shit. What?
be laughing on the whole
I like
beat.
this beat. I'm gonna write something.
They're unfortunately very similar in length.
That was terrible.
Yeah, it didn't really work out very well.
Yeah, man, because the fucking laughing is. Why are they laughing for so long?
I don't know.
Okay.
But that was preloaded on this thing, so
Yeah, you got to take that shit off.
in
I
case
don't like them laughing at anything.
in case you don't already know where you at, this is the Kiona and Kasson podcast. Welcome, everybody.
Appreciate you being here.
My name is Adam. I am your host.
That's
here with
him.
my brother Osama.
That's me.
A dog is sleeping behind me. You can't really see him. He gets himself in weird positions, but we've been through it.
He'll cross path.
Yeah.
Of the camera, probably some point halfway through.
For sure. We potted last week, so it wasn't a big time. But it feels like it's been a long time since we've seen each other because
Yeah, I guess.
there was a point where we saw each other way too frequently because of weddings
if
and
you're
whatnot.
just new to the pod, or if last week was your first week listening in,
Welcome.
thank you. We actually had a whole bunch of weddings. You didn't say what number we were at.
Oh,
You just kind of like stopped.
you know, I'm sorry.
All these people got you.
I have a lot of emotions in my
flustered
mind right now.
You're
You know,
flustered.
I'm like vexed, perplexed, content.
Oh well, I want all those explanations of all those ACT words as soon as you finish telling them what number.
Basically,
we've been
it
at.
means that I'm confused, lost, and also very happy.
I meant why those things are happening in your head.
Oh.
Tell them what number episode this is.
Yeah, this is episode number 112. 112.
Mob Deep.
I'm right about
Let's
that, right?
go.
I always have to double check myself, man, because I always feel like I'm lying when I say that. We don't have fact checkers in our life.
It's the S, the L, the I, the M. Let me tell you what I want. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, 112 was a great group, man. I mean,
Yeah, they were. They still are. Actually, I just seen their tour, and that's funny.
touring new shit or just
I thought
touring
the
old
last
shit?
time I saw Slim, he was on that Versus alone saying like I am 112. Like didn't there used to be like 3 of y'all, 4 of y'all? How many are there? I don't even know. 3?
I don't know, but
It feels like all those bands back then were 3.
I feel like you shouldn't have a number in the name of your band if it's not somewhat indicative of the amount of people that are in there.
Well, maybe
my
they met
personal thought.
on like, January 12th. Or maybe they're 1/12 of their high school.
112th Cherokee, like
No, that's not how you're supposed to talk about things like that. So yeah, after this rocky start to this podcast,
It's not Rocky. I don't think it's Rocky.
is there gonna be so I know that they've shot all those Creeds, right, with Michael B. Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's what was his name in Black Panther?
I don't know.
He looked like the Thing, but like, but like not
from Fantastic Four.
yeah, but he wasn't fully there yet. Like it's like if
He wasn't like made of stone
it's like
completely.
if the thing was like 17 and just started getting into weightlifting.
It's like The Rock before he became like fucking The Rock.
All right, this is about to get into where I really wanted to be. Did you hear the rap verse The Rock did?
No.
Oh man, you gotta. I don't know if we could play that. We probably can't play that.
I mean,
right?
fuck it. We played Mr. Rogers' theme song and then
All right, go ahead.
found it. So, all right.
So again, we don't know. We're just gonna try to like laugh over it and see what happens.
I mean, listen.
They flagged us because of the Mr. Rogers last week. If you tuned in, you know, I thought that you can do like parody over things. Like I thought that if you played something and critiqued it,
it doesn't matter. All it said was you cannot monetize this video because of this song.
Look, we can't monetize anyway, motherfucker.
Shit. Jokes on you, YouTube. But thank you for working the algorithms for the first time, whatever.
Yeah, man. It seemed like YouTube was like, oh shit, look at this podcast. It's like I think I told
it's like they found us finally.
Remember, so if you've ever watched
you're here.
that movie Dante's Peak, like after they get, spoiler alert, the volcano collapses on them and they're in this rubble for a week or some shit. And then the guys are back at the station, forgot about them, right? And they're working, and there's this beeping red light from a transmitter that the guy hit. And he's like, how long has this been going on? He's like, I don't know. I feel like that's what happened to YouTube. They're like, how long has this podcast been? 111? Okay.
It's like somehow like a pile with like where our podcast is got shuffled in to something else, and they thought that they counted us already, but like they just found out that
they put us into lost and found. Yeah, and nobody found us for a long ass time.
Something happened.
I hope that they don't throw us back in after this episode, but please, listen.
We'll get into all that. Let's get this rock thing going.
All right, so we give you.
Do we have to say fair use? Does that help?
Fair usage.
We're just using this because we want to inform.
Listen, we just want people to know that The Rock.
We do not own the rights to this song.
If anybody knows, yes, we have Stone Cold in the back, but we are very big fans of The Rock.
Yes, the whole thing was great because.
All
right, so listen, let's just get into this shit. All right.
It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. Put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours. Like in some more in my veins, my culture banging with strange. I change the game, so what's my motherfucking name? What they gonna get though? Desecration, defamation. If you wanna bring it to the masses, face to face, now we escalating. When I have to butt boost the asses, mean on you. Like a dream when I'm rumbling, you're gonna scream, mama. So bring drama to the king, Brahma. Come at you with extreme mana.
All right, so
the funny thing is that it was better than a lot of the rappers that are out today.
Yeah, it's about drive. It's about power. It's about not taking too long in the shower, right?
But making sure you take a shower.
But yes, get all the good bits.
Don't be an Ashton Kutcher. You know?
Yeah, first and foremost, I'd say that you know what, man, I give it to him. Also, he's rich as shit. Who am I to say what he can't do?
I don't think that I necessarily.
I want to get back to properly showering if we can after this.
I don't think I necessarily needed a Rock verse in my life, but I'm not mad at it. I don't think he really needs to like continue doing that. But
it's about drive. It's about power.
It was a good verse.
Huh?
It was a good verse. You know, he had a.
He didn't write.
He spit some rock shit.
He didn't write.
No,
that.
probably not.
He didn't write that.
Probably not. I don't think so. But
Who was it was a Tech 9 track, right?
Tech probably wrote for him.
Who approached who? And listen, we don't know facts here. We're just gonna create a whole story. So who approached who in this? Was the Rock?
Do they hang out regularly? Are they boys?
I couldn't see that be a thing.
But then why are they on it? Why of all rappers would he get on a track with?
So
Tech
here's
9,
what I'm thinking. The Rock may have written this verse. Wait.
Well, you just say he didn't.
Wait. The verse that it started as, right? He started with, it's about drive, it's about power. And it's like, remember when 50 and...
How long it'll be here? Probably about an hour.
Remember when 50 did Get Rich or Die Trying? He's like, why didn't I write this shit down? Remember? So he couldn't remember the verse. So I think like The Rock was at like a point where he couldn't get past like drive and power. Like, that's all I have.
Got writer's block, man.
That's all I got.
I don't write for a living.
Yeah.
Wrestle and then I make movies.
So Tech 9 was like, he's like, what rhymes with power? He's like, hour, shower, devour.
He just gave him a bunch of words that rhyme.
Flower. He's like, I like that. Flower. What can we do with flower? Listen, I'm not saying The Rock couldn't write a rap verse. I'm just saying that it probably wouldn't be as good as that.
I'm just saying it's interesting that he has a rap verse.
Also, I don't think that was great. Just so we can get the record.
No, not great. But as far as what I would expect from The Rock, as somebody who, as far as I know, has never been a rapper.
Would you rather him put a verse out that he wrote or that somebody wrote for him?
Well, I mean, it highly depends. Like, if he wrote this one, I'm glad that you made that decision. That's fine. You don't need somebody to write. I mean, you're not going to be a rapper out of this. You're just having fun, probably. You know.
Okay.
And driving.
What do you?
With power.
What is your? What is your reaction if The Rock says, "I'm putting an album out"?
Based off of that track.
Yes. All of that. It's all in that cadence.
I would be mad if
it just sounds like he's speaking.
His album should be like a spoof album, like a Chef Aid type of thing.
No,
with,
you know
with
it's
nothing,
not gonna,
just with Kevin Hart.
It's not going to be that. It's going to be
him and Kevin Hart should just link up and make a comedy
What
album.
was Kevin Hart's Chocolate Drop?
and they can get T-Pain on it.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny. I'm not.
I'm kind of on board with this idea.
If
now.
it's a comedy album, I think it should be there.
I'm on board with this idea
I
now.
think they should make it.
Hey, Rock and Payne and Hart, all y'all link up and make a comedy album together. I think it would be great.
I think they really could make a really fun, like, actual musical album that's like not even all rap.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be rap. Like
The Rock can play his little.
He'll be on some Weird Al shit.
What's the little guitar? The ukulele? Is that what it is? All right, I don't know.
Oh,
how do you get from guitar? Like, all right, first of all, there's the big bass. Then you got like the electrical.
The bass is played just like a regular guitar.
But yeah, I know, but they're all guitars. The electrical guitar, the acoustic guitar,
the ukulele,
and then you get to like the violin, which is kind of the same thing.
You know what's hilarious?
How do you get? Let me just ask: from guitar to ukulele, is it the size? Is it?
It's the noise, the strings, the
no,
way that
it sounds just like a little miniature guitar. It sounds like a miniature acoustic guitar.
Maybe, I don't know.
Not maybe, for sure. Why is it called a ukulele?
Maybe, listen, some people have smaller arms. Some people have smaller fingers. Some people,
So
a full-size guitar does not work for.
Are you saying that a ukulele was made for little people?
Not for little people, but people who just have
All right, because the hilarious thing is when you look at The Rock play it, he either looks like a giant or
looks like he has a regular guitar in his hand and shit.
He's just playing a regular guitar, but it's
boom, boom, boom.
Green giant. So why on earth why doesn't he just play a regular guitar? Is it size? Do you think he sucks at a regular guitar but can play a ukulele well?
I would feel like he would keep breaking the ukulele. Like, oh, damn.
He does
Fuck these big hands.
He does seem like that kind of person. He seems like The Rock just walks around all day just fucking around being clumsy. Like, damn it. Why are my hands and my face and my head so big? He is a big man.
He is really big.
It's a little bit.
It's a very good thing for him that he turned out to be rich because the meal plan that he's on, first of all.
He eats all of the fish in the ocean.
He eats all the pancakes in the Waffle House. Like
only on Sundays.
I know, but his cheat meals are like my week.
My week intake. No, I hear he eats like I don't know, a lot, like in terms of cod, pounds of it a week. Pounds.
That's craziness.
Because I think that's like what he eats his like meal of choice.
And I mean, obviously, it's a lot of benefits when you're an exercising giant.
See, how can this man be a rapper?
I don't know.
I guess he can be. I'm not saying anybody can't be a rapper.
But listen, on the note of the instruments, right? I was watching Wayans Brothers because it's just like my as I go to sleep show, whatever. And there was
for some reason I kept thinking Wayne's World. I was thinking,
no, Sean and Marlon. Sean and Marlon and Pops.
I couldn't get the Marlon, like the Wayans brothers, like actually Sean and Marlon in my head. All I kept thinking about was Mike Myers and Dana Carvey. Like I don't know. I was like, that's what you watch to go to bed. That was a few seconds of confusion for me.
Yeah, it's not that. So I forgot what the premise of the episode was, but basically Pops was playing an instrument of some sort. And they're like, oh, you can't play that. And he was like, oh, I forgot I brought this, though. And I forgot what instrument it was, but it was in that family of little guitars. And he was fucking killing it. Like, he was playing the shit out of that instrument.
I wish you knew the name of it so people can know what you're talking about.
Listen, man, I go back and I'll try to remember to put some kind of...
No, you won't.
I said I will try to remember.
I wish you would think about it. Like, what could the name
This was like 4 or 5 days ago, and I had no idea we were going to start talking about mini instruments. So, you know, what do you want me to do?
Many instruments.
I was just shocked that I was
That's
like,
funny.
damn, he went off. You know,
You know, so maybe one of the most useless instruments in my head is probably the harp.
the harp. I
How
mean,
practical is this?
it's not very, but it has
I'd rather
its
see
place.
somebody play the xylophone.
The harp sounds so beautiful though.
Do that
Just-
again. Don't do that again.
And how you play it, you like have to finesse the strings and.
It doesn't seem like something that anybody should ever have to learn.
Well, I mean, nobody has to learn it. Do you know how to play it?
Hell no.
Well, nobody made you learn it. But
All right, so listen, The Rock, go do your thing, man. If I don't want to insult anybody, so if any of the whack rappers can rap, you can rap.
at this point,
Just don't put an album out
At this
unless
point,
it's with
if-
Kevin Hart and it's a comedy album.
I feel as though if you put in the effort to like write songs, record the songs, put them together on an album, and put the album out, you're pretty much qualified to have a record deal at this point in time. It's sad. It's nothing I appreciate. It's nothing I agree with, and I will. That's why I don't listen to half
Listen,
the shit that's out.
here's devil's advocate, right? The fact that we can release our podcast
Yeah.
on all of these platforms without having some
Listen, after
major-
3 years, motherfuckers like us now.
Is it really us that they like? So listen, I'm thinking that in terms of if we can, so think about it. Like we don't need some big company or corporate entity that has the access to Spotify's and the Apple Music's. No, we can as a small, a small thing, whatever you want to call this podcast, can access the feeds that we need to send links to all of these places and release it without anybody knowing, which obviously most people still don't know, and that's probably the reason why big companies help. But what I'm saying is if we can do that,
It's true.
and these guys can release music and they may suck, but for some reason they get on, we can't be mad at that. We can't.
Yeah,
we
but I
can't-
am though.
We can't have our cake and eat it too.
But why not?
I've never understood that saying. Like, if I have the cake,
Like,
what did you expect?
who's
me
gonna
to-
police when I eat it?
No. What
know?
would you expect me to do with it? Why would I get this cake if I didn't want to eat it? Like, what was the
It's
point?
like people who
So it's like if I
freeze
would-
like a slice of their wedding cake. Like, why didn't you just eat that? What are you gonna do with it now?
Well,
It's just
they
gonna
ate
sit in
most of the
back?
cake. It's like
Okay, but-
that's a keepsake. What I'm saying is
Motherfucker, get a
No.
customized champagne bottle or something.
having your cake and eating it too is like almost the equivalent of like, man, I've been wanting this Mercedes and I bought it and it's out front. You gonna drive it? No, not at all. I can't do that. I just wanted it to have here to make me feel like. Is it like a
But nobody-
self-deprecation
listen,
thing?
you gotta
where
put-
you just want to like make yourself feel
you got to
bad?
put that phrase into context because you are never gonna say I can't have my cake and eat it too. Somebody's going to tell you you can't have your cake and eat it too.
I think it only applies
I'd be
to
like, bitch, fuck you. I have whatever I want. Like, so your thing.
Maybe does it only apply to like I don't want to even get into it. I don't even know what I could talk about. Don't want to do it. Anyway, so
That's like if we are hosting our show and we try to dictate who watches our show. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
say that one more time.
It's like us having our show and putting it out and trying to determine or trying to dictate who watches it. Like we can aim towards a certain demographic, but we can't like, oh, you
I don't-
can't watch this show.
I don't like that example.
I think it's
The best example is probably like somebody who
I don't
is
think you
cheating
know.
on somebody and they want to like stay with the person they're cheating on and the one keep with the one they're fucking. That's having your cake and eating it too.
like, listen, I'm gonna just go holler at the side chick real fast. I'll be back home in a half an hour. You gonna cook?
I was just fucking them girls. I was gonna get right back.
That's always the kind
That's
of.
having your cake and eating it too. That's probably a better example than us putting something out and hoping people will watch it. The hope is different than like
Not hoping.
They should be watching this shit.
Not
Goddammit.
hoping. See, that's where you don't listen. You just be making shit up.
Up with hope, down with dope.
Anyways,
You're in here for some weed. You
I
ever
don't-
suck dick for some weed? No. Boo this man.
All right. So we'll get in.
Showering correctly. No, honestly, you said it, and I think it's important for people to realize that there is a important technique.
There's definitely grown adults that don't know how to clean their ass.
I've seen a lot of things.
Gross.
People like, I don't know. I've watched podcasts and the guy. Some people talk about the fact they don't wash, like they don't do an active wash and scrub on their legs and feet and whatnot, right? Like even with like their hands and soap, like the bar of soap. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, if you're still using bar of soap to wash yourself,
no, I still use bar of soap.
Your whole body?
I like bar of soap.
For motherfucker, first of all, what do you use? It has to dry your skin out. Like,
huh?
It has to dry your skin out.
I think what dries my skin out is the shower gel. I hate all that shit. It's all just, I don't like it.
You use like Irish Springs?
No, I use a Dove with you got like
the oval,
the Dove with shea butter, man, or whatever the hell.
You got like the oval shape, like fit in your palm.
Yeah,
shape.
man, I like that. And then you get a little loofah. It works.
I guess, man.
Listen, I don't always use a loofah, but I do a lot of the time because you need to clean yourself.
This is where I keep the bars like bathtub ledges. My ivy's in my doves. My levers in my zest. Does it take? All right.
Is that
Lupe?
Yeah, it had to be. It had to be a Lupe bar. There's nobody else that raps like that.
I'll be on my green like Irish Spring.
There's nobody else that raps like that. Nobody else.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's important. Listen, how can you not wash your? I've heard the reasoning that the soap travels down there anyway.
It's the same thing to think about feet, motherfucker. No, you still gotta like clean them,
clean your toes.
Yeah, soap running down your toes is like it's a thing, I suppose, but like still should probably clean them.
It's kind of like the pre-soak.
Yeah,
like when we wash, when we detail. Right? There's a pre-soak, but you still got to take a rag and be like, hey, there's some dirt right there.
It's like when you turn on the washing machine and it like fills up with water before it does anything else, right? And then it throws the soap in and it starts spinning and shit. Like, there's a process.
Put your body through a spin cycle. Don't just like fill it up.
Get to running in the cyclone,
Yeah, I don't get that shit, man. But
people are nasty.
I just figured I should address it. There's a lot of people that say they don't wash clean themselves. Listen, you called me for somebody who like showers too much, and I feel like that's not a thing.
It definitely is a thing.
I mean, it's a thing if you can shower way too much, but I shower maybe twice a day. Not maybe, most of the time.
I mean, I feel like
but you don't go nowhere, man. You sit right here.
That's what I say. But I shower like every other day at least.
Every other day?
At least.
So what do you do the day between the other day?
I don't go anywhere. Like, how dirty can I possibly be?
In your own filth?
How is it filth? How could it possibly be filth?
I don't know, man. There's a way.
I'm in a temperature-controlled house and I don't leave. Like, there's nothing wrong.
Are you like you're in jail?
I can see out the window when I need a nice little.
Adam is literally in jail right now because he's working remote.
The real reason why my skin tone is nothing like the rest of my family's is because I just don't go out in the sun. So,
your whole life.
and for the record, that's a lie. It's not the whole family. Me and my mama.
Yeah, that's true. Y'all you guys got the same complexion.
I really
not really one at all, to be honest with you.
Hey, listen, man.
You are there's that. I think I have spoken about it.
When it's a summer that I stay outside.
If you go on my Instagram, there is a picture about 6 years back in the Dominican Republic, and I'm in the water in all my melanin in glory, and Adam is behind me, and you wouldn't even know we were brothers, man. That man, you were a little bigger back then too. Yep. He had a little weight on you, but I mean, not like bad weight, but you just, again, you don't go nowhere or do nothing. You are a shriveled up little man right now.
No. That's bullshit because most people, when they stay at the crib all day, every day, they get fatter. I've at least been able to avoid that.
I don't know how. What kind of drugs you been doing? Yeah, there's that. Adam has no melanin. But the rest of my family, there's also pictures, I think, if you go on my Instagram, of the rest of the family. Adam can't gain any kind of color in his skin other than red.
I don't know why that is, and I don't know why I was cursed with like the
speaking
inability.
of red, remember we were talking about that 70s show 90s spinoff they got coming on?
Yeah.
They've actually got Kitty and Red.
Really?
Yeah, coming back. I don't know what that's supposed to look like. What the fuck is happening?
Are they gonna bring anybody else?
Yeah, like are they gonna be just the mom and dad of a different people?
Is it like Fez gonna drop in from time to time? I don't really need to see Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis anymore. Them speaking of showering, nasty ass non-shower.
Yeah, every time I
motherfuckers
look now,
fucking gross.
look at that bitch. She just looked like she ain't showered in 3.5 days.
Her main appeal was that she had a real pretty face, real tiny body, right? Like that wasn't the appealing part. The body was really small, so it was like the face offset things.
Where
Like,
are you
she's
going
really
with
bad.
this?
Now she's also dirty. So there's like the pros and cons are
Yeah,
not
it's
equal.
like I don't know. Ashton Kutcher's character. What was dude's name?
Kelso.
Kelso. I wanted to say Hyde. Kelso.
Michael.
Yeah, he looked like he didn't shower. He looked like a typical kid from like that was 16 years old that didn't know nothing about.
Like a little hippie kid.
I just want to put it out there.
70s.
I never wore Axe, but I thought it was nasty back then too.
Axe is terrible. It's the most
Was
terrible
nasty
shit of all
back then
time.
too.
And the fact that people thought it was like you would be in the mall, be in wherever the fuck you at, the gym, obviously, like that was probably
The
a
gym
popular
was where
place.
you smell.
But why did you think this smelled good?
The locker room smells like Axe.
It
in
literally
most
like
gyms.
it's like you had nothing but aerosol. Like you were spraying aerosol.
smell like straight ass crack, bruh.
Yeah. It wasn't good.
No. So yeah, I is that rain? It's
Sounds
raining
like
like
it.
a motherfucker right
Yep.
now. I can hear that. Now
Sure
hear
is.
this.
Much like it's been raining subscribers recently.
yeah, we got that. Like the last time we checked, we were at. Where's the applause? This one?
No, the yellow one, man. Come on, I told you this on the top of the show.
That sounded like there was nothing going on. No, we've actually gained the last we checked, and I know it may sound petty, but we know exactly how many. We have 23 subscribers.
As we
new.
mentioned before, we have a very narrow following at this point, so we
Yes,
can
and it's
see
got
whenever
it's
the
appeared to
difference
have
happens.
gotten a little bit narrower, if you ask me. But hey,
Yeah.
what you gonna do?
Hey man, listen.
What you gonna
appreciate
do?
every one of y'all.
What you gonna do with all that junk? All that junk inside your trunk.
There's a game that you probably heard me reference on here. It's called Ebony, right?
And Ivory?
No, just Ebony, not Ebony.
I mean, you know.
But anyways, so there's a few of the people who I play that game with. They subscribe. Shout out to them. Appreciate y'all. And then there's a bunch of other people who are unaccounted for because YouTube just stopped giving me any kind of information about anything. But they seem to be giving our information to other people. So
Yeah, I don't
as long
know
as they
what
keep that up, I'm not really gonna be
Listen,
mad about it.
This is the first time we ever had growth like this in the 3 years we've been doing this podcast now.
The first couple,
It's a little over
the first
3
couple
years.
months, we probably had that kind of growth a little bit. That's how we got to like the hundreds.
Well, that's because we strong arm all our family and friends.
Well, that's how you do things.
Yeah,
you know?
I know. But besides that, we haven't had We've spent
It was a very puzzling week.
We've spent years in the 30s, okay? We literally spent years in the 130s, and it seemed like
not even. I think we were like in the 120s for a while. and
it
then-
seemed like we were never going to get out of there. It was fucked up. This week, we've gained 23 more subscribers. I wouldn't be surprised if I look right now. What happened? Oh, okay. I wouldn't be surprised right now if I look and we had more. So I'm going to do it right now. Watch. Let's see. Damn.
same
That'd have
thing.
been cool if I had we actually had more, but we don't.
But listen, man, every day that I've waking up since we put this podcast out the last week.
Yeah, we've been gaining some subscribers from,
yeah.
what is it, the UK you said?
Yeah, there's. Oh yeah, so that's true too. Okay, a little bit of the analytics that the pod has received from YouTube is we have.
And I think we don't get a lot of analytics, again, because of the growth we haven't received, right?
there's not much. There's nothing to tell. Essentially.
Right, because there's not
But-
enough to get analytics on. Like,
I
our
now-
sample size is still not large enough.
I've now received information about the countries which tune in. Right. So the United States is obviously number one because I mean.
Of course, we're number one.
Our
We're
existing-
number one. We're number one.
I mean, I don't really believe that, but
that's
whatever.
that's just a Homer Simpson reference.
Yes,
man.
yes, yes.
You know.
Hey, absolutely. I watch Simpsons every night, so I got you.
Yeah.
But we have our second most viewed country is the UK, And I think it's more than just one country, but I just gonna clump it together as one country, the United Kingdom.
It's united.
So thanks for watching. And then shout out to the people of Ireland as well. They are our third most watched. And if all the information is there, that's it.
Well, hey, look, welcome, and that's probably why we've been getting some subscribers.
Hey man, round of applause
overnight.
for y'all too.
Word. Appreciate you.
Because while the round of applause is for us, it's also for y'all.
Yeah,
You know?
honestly, our biggest thing is we just want to have people watch, right? Like,
Right.
You know, we if it was about the money, we'd have stopped this a long time ago.
Although
We want the money.
let's no. Well, yes, of
We
course,
don't want
but
the money.
no,
I want the money. Fuck you.
That's yes.
I need some money in
That's
my
a
life.
given. That's not something we have to.
If y'all
be
knew
said.
the purchase.
What's understood ain't got to be explained. But we are also going to shout out our newest Patreon subscriber. There's now more than one.
Yeah, we got two.
We doubled up, baby. It was
Yo, we grew. Our growth was 100%.
yeah.
You see that shit, man?
Yep.
If we could grow 100% every week,
If we, next time I looked, it said 4. I'd be like, oh shit, that's a 200% growth in a week.
would be nuts, man.
Yeah, man. Well,
So-
actually, is that more? How does that work?
No, that's
So
200.
there's one.
That's 200%.
So then you have. Oh, okay. So that's really. I don't know.
You know what you're talking
I just
about.
wanted to make sure that I knew what I was talking about because I didn't really know.
Oh, okay. He was
If
just
I'm
talking.
being transparent.
I was just talking. But we have some new subscribers and we appreciate y'all. That's
We do indeed. Listen, we're gonna talk about it a little bit because how could I not? You know what I mean? It's a community of people who love shoes. That's as much as I really know about it.
Yep.
So I'm
listen. I too love shoes.
I do. We have a big shoe
Right on the
here.
wall, right there. If you look at that.
I got a big shoe on.
Me
as
too.
well,
There's another shoe on there as well.
it's a size 12, so
Yes.
it's pretty big. So what I was getting. at.
Yes. that's what he was getting at. So yeah, man, welcome, and I hope you enjoy the podcast.
Yes, and listen, I mean, if there's like specific things that you're looking for, again, go in there in the comment section. Kind of
Let us know what you guys want
holla
to
at
see.
us. If you haven't already, since we're here, hit that subscribe button now.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. I don't know how many based off of analytics get this far even into the show.
Yeah, check out if you have gotten here. Check out the Patreon.
Yeah.
You know, after potties.
Yep.
Consistent.
Go follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, even
Yeah,
though we're
I
not
don't know
really
why
active on Facebook.
This plug in the middle of the episodes
Yeah.
is a little weird.
It
So
is,
yeah,
but,
just
you know.
welcome. Thanks for being here. And that after that, what's next on the docket, sir?
There was some things in the news that I thought about that I wanted to talk about, and then I was like, I don't think I really care to. So let me see, man. We're not really like a topical podcast anymore.
No,
It's kind of fly by night type of shit.
I never understood that saying either.
Me neither. But
How are you flying by the night? What is the night doing for you to help you fly?
Well, you fly at night so that people can't see you fly. You know.
Fly
I
by the
imagine
night.
is what
So
the
why
idea
would
is.
so we're basically we don't want people to see us. I see again. You're losing me here with these sayings. None of these sayings actually really make sense. Somebody was just high
My
on
man.
some sort of like
I don't know.
peyote. Somebody doing some real ancient ass drug, opium or some shit, like in an opium den. Like I shall
Fucking
call
Quaaludes and
it
shit.
flying by the night.
Doing Quaaludes.
Another Quaalude, salami in the morning. Ain't that right, Frank? You're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, I don't really have any like important things to talk about, so we could just talk
Is
about.
that what you were just doing? Just pretending to look and see if you had any content?
Well, no, I mean, like, whenever I'm like thinking about the podcast throughout the week, no matter what I'm really looking at, I screenshot things and I'm just like, oh, this might be interesting to talk about. This might be interesting to talk about. And then also, like, if I get emails, because I have a billion fucking email subscriptions that I don't even know how I ended up with.
I don't even know how to unsubscribe to most of these things. They don't even give you options.
Usually, you can go into the email and do it.
What about text chains, like from like brands? Like I bought a Coach purse for Vivi a year ago, and I've been receiving Coach texts daily for the last year, like I don't know, 10 months. Shit's getting out of hand, man.
I get a bunch of bullshit fucking text messages. I don't like. they don't only spam call you. Now they spam text you, and it's like bots, and they're trying to steal your information. And it's like, Jesus Christ, come on, man. Can I like have one avenue on my phone that like is not?
No, the answer is no, because it's not yours really. It's a place you've stored all your information, and stupidly enough, we trust it. It's like, why would we trust this? We can literally, anybody can access this shit.
There's a couple
like,
of things.
just like when Facebook was down and Instagram was down and WhatsApp.
Yeah.
All of these three
That happened again too, didn't it? Like there was a follow up, another outage.
It just happened Monday or Sunday.
Yeah, I know, and there was another. There was a follow up, I think, right afterwards.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one was like 8 or 9 hours. I don't remember the follow up one, but the one that was there that we're talking about was like it was a minute.
Yeah.
But like the fact that somebody could shut that down. There's been a lot of things going on lately. Obviously, conspiracy theories and these Pandora papers, which I don't even know about. I'm not even going to get into. It's a bunch of conspiracy stuff that is being released by some sort of independent.
I'm not going to lie. When it comes to conspiracies, I buy in sometimes.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, man. Like Vivi is, and it gets a little annoying.
I don't theorize.
Conspiracy theorists.
There's some things that I'll hear and I'll be like,
no,
that sounds probably true.
You know what I don't like about conspiracy theorists? What? The fact that y'all like to like. And I'm gonna say y'all because you said you agree with some of them. I'm just gonna let you be. I'm gonna put you in that bunch. I'm a generalize.
Well, you can't just.
I'm a generalize, motherfucker.
You can't just do that.
Why not?
Because I'm me, and I'm telling you that's not true.
So so in the words of Ron Swanson, right from Parks and Rec, I act as if I act as an award winner because I've won an award.
Yeah,
he's won one award.
Good enough.
You've done one conspiracy theory. You're a conspiracy theorist.
It's not true.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
It is, motherfucker.
Listen,
how is that not true? How is that not true? You've done a conspiracy theory?
So have
you taken part in a conspiracy theory before?
No, motherfucker. What the hell does that even mean?
What, are you trying to get me indicted? No. Listen, I don't mean that.
I have not been indicted for conspiracy.
I don't mean that. I mean, have you in your mind been like, that I can see that conspiracy being a thing?
Yes. You've never done
you're
that?
A conspiracy theorist.
You've never heard something be like, that could be true.
Yeah, I guess. But
motherfucker, that's you too then.
But no. But like,
you should be saying us, not y'all.
But like the big, like the ones that like, I don't go out of my way. Like, there's people that go on the internet and be like, conspiracy theory.
So that's why I'm saying I do not fit that demographic.
You do.
Because I don't go and...
You said you agree with some of them. The ones
you just did too.
The ones I tend to agree with, usually, the ones I listen to are like financial ones.
All it takes is just one, you said.
Financial ones.
Everybody gets
I
one.
don't listen to like, I don't want to hear like, I don't want to like, there's a lot of conspiracy theories that I'd be like, yo, if you're letting that consume your mind, you're never going to get anywhere in life because even if it's true,
we've already seen enough of shady government cover-ups. There's enough of them out there that have been unveiled already for you to know that there are more.
I get it.
It's not a theory anymore. Like, it's beyond theory.
But my thought is, right, that's cool. It's not cool that they've happened. But
I would just like to know some of them.
But the thing is,
give it the truth.
Even they're not gonna. But even if they give you truth, or if you've found somebody whose random thought has stumbled upon an idea that is true randomly, like not by, it's only by coincidence. They've come across some truth.
You predicted that shit,
and you predicted that. No, and now like,
I'm definitely putting that as one of the fucking sound buttons.
Oh, we were talking about that. See, okay, so listen, if somebody's happened to have predicted that truth, and I've lost my fucking, see what you did? You fucking did that.
Sorry, man. But now you know what it's like. You know,
that's true. But listen, I'm not a conspiracy theorist only because I can't keep all of that in my head. That's what I was getting at.
Being a theorist,
if it happens to be true, even if you find out about this and you're like, damn. You're gonna go fight the power.
Being a theorist means that you theorize.
You're gonna go sit here on a Sunday afternoon with me, and we gonna talk about random ass shit for no reason.
Being a theorist means that you theorize. Okay, I don't sit here and try to come up.
I'd rather theorize on science.
I don't sit there and sit like, I wonder what else like the government. No, I don't sit there and do that shit. So I'm not a conspiracy theorist. But some of them are pretty fucking convincing, and I'm like, all right, well
that's
I don't really care.
Supposed to be. That's why it's got 250 million views because somebody is convincing a certain amount of people.
But there's a reason for that, Yeah, call them sheep.
Don't send me sheep.
If they're sheep, Send them to my podcast.
I call you sheep because you got an iPhone. Everybody get mad at people with the Galaxy. Ooh, you got a Galaxy.
You got Beats headphones on. What's the
what are
difference?
those three things in the back of that? Cameras? Yeah, my ass. Big ass microphones just chilling in the back of your fucking camera.
How the fuck do you figure these are microphones?
They're just gonna be.
There's no.
It is.
There's a speaker here because
it's not enough. Those are three.
Of course,
satellites
they're listening to me here. I know that already.
They're big ass satellites, and that's like, no, I'm good.
Listen, man, all of your devices are
Look,
listening.
I got that. What you got is like satellites, and it's too much going on in the back of that.
Let me
phone.
explain something to you. Okay,
Apple releases
Apple may be
new.
made in China, but Samsung is made in Japan. They're all trying to steal all of our
on
identities.
The 8th and 9th floor of the same building. That's what these fucking things are.
Probably.
No, listen. Apple releases a new phone. Actually, Galaxy does too now. They fucking both are doing it too much.
They are selling you the same product with a better phone, a better camera every time. That's all they're doing.
Who, Apple?
Yeah.
You said
They put out the 13, and now they.
You got a
It's the same fucking thing.
I thought you meant you said like a better camera than me. Like fuck you.
Oh, I definitely do have a better camera.
How do you?
than
Well,
you.
maybe because that's a newer phone than I do. But if we bought it on the same day,
Well,
how do we know?
We got 4K.
Okay.
It's 4K, man. So there's a few things that we could talk about that I guess are news topics in a way. Not something I necessarily care about, but we can cover a couple of them. Where are we at time-wise right now?
A few minutes.
Few minutes? All right. So, I don't know, man. All right, let's talk about let's talk about this because
you knew we were going to do this.
No, because there's
for 112
there's topics
episodes,
here, but I
you
didn't
know.
want to start with like Ray J. No, that's not where you want to start.
Ray J filed for divorce when he was in the hospital, right?
Well, there was first the news that he was in the
hate
hospital.
this bitch.
He was like, man, I had an epiphany while I was in here.
Of all the places to realize you don't want to be with somebody, you're just in the hospital like,
Be like, man, when I get out of here,
not even.
done.
Not even when I get out of here. Like he was like, yo, I need some divorce papers. Like we'll have them drawn up and ready for you when you get out. No, bring them here.
that shit was.
Bring them here. I'll sign them right now. Just bring them to her house. I need to be divorced.
At first, I saw that he was in the
Like,
hospital
Ray J,
for
you know?
pneumonia, right? So, first of all,
Get
yes,
well soon,
absolutely.
Ray J.
Before,
Seems like he's
before
better.
we joke on him, let's
It does
make
seem like
sure
he's
that we
better
get that out of
though
the
if
way.
he's thinking about divorce.
I mean,
must say
true, but maybe he was like, yo, if I die right now and she's my
priorities.
wife, then I have to give her that. She's the inheritor.
Is
So,
that
like,
what he was thinking?
I
Then
don't
he
know.
is a fucking genius.
evil shenanigans?
That's an evil genius. But yo, you can't be mad at the tactic. You can't be mad that you're just sitting there. God damn, I do not think I'm gonna make it. Like yo,
Hey man, you keep a lawyer on retainer for a reason.
I've been meaning to tell her we need to get separated, and I can't let this happen right now.
I've been thinking about this bitch, and no, I'm done with it.
Yeah, that's some diabolical shit on that.
While you're in the hospital,
On your deathbed.
or potentially, I guess.
I just seen, I get a little bit like whatever, like when Pac got shot, they were saying that the cop who went to go ask him who did this to you, Pac said something like fuck you and
Oh, yeah,
died
like he wasn't gonna-
shit. like wow, that's some mafia shit. Like fuck you.
Yeah, he was like, I ain't telling
Like
you
rest in
not to
peace
nail
Pac.
nothing.
But can you imagine like the cop being like, can I hit a dead body? Like this,
probably-
like that would be something you got to be thinking about. Like I don't know if I would be able to just walk out of that room
He
like
probably told his boy, who was just before that cop came in, and he was like, you ain't got to know now. Like, there's no affiliation when the guy dies.
yo, the idea that Pac is alive and like down in like Cuba, was it?
Cuba, they said Brazil, somewhere abroad.
With a broad?
Probably, I mean, naturally.
Yo, he said I can never get past it. He's like, until I got that thug life tatted on my chest. Hold on, Pac. I'm not stupid. This is not your chest. This is your stomach. All right.
That's your abdomen.
Right. That is your abdomen. Like this is your chest. You had a AK.
It just sounded good in the song, all right?
No, I get it, but it's not factual.
Yes, it's
and
not
you said it
factual.
in a video. There was videos all the time back then, and it said
And you never wore a shirt.
and he
so
never wore a
that-
shirt, and it said Thug Life.
Sometimes you had the vest on like this guy. You know?
and nobody questioned it. Like whereas guys like, yo, Pac, that was dope, but yo,
I didn't realize that.
I thought that you got tatted on your stomach.
Stone Cold, right? Bald-headed, sometimes wear a leather vest. No
Stone
shirt
Cold
underneath.
has absolutely no hair on his whole
That-
body except
that-
for his chin.
That was in a way the Pac thing. Sometimes he would have a leather vest on. Sometimes he had the bald head, obviously. He was the Stone Cold of the rap world and vice versa. And he was hip hop's bad boy. I mean,
I don't know how to take that take.
It's kind of a comparison of sorts that are.
They had attitude, yes.
They're both the goats, respectively.
I mean, there's some parallels. I'll give you that.
There's some parallels.
I find even more funny that the fact that he only has a goatee and eyebrows. He has like no hair on his head, no like.
But when you look,
when people are bald and they have only eyebrows, maybe the funniest thing you'll ever see in your life. It's like, yo, you got absolutely no hair on your head.
What the hilarious thing is if you knew who Stone Cold's persona was before he became Stone Cold. And he had like long blonde hair and
long
shit. Like,
ass hair. They tried to sell so many different.
He was so opposite of what he came to be like the most popular for.
So they tried to sell so many different characters for him. You know, some kind of, and I don't remember all of them.
But they did that with everybody.
But they made him into this like, you know, long blonde haired like. Hippie-ish kind of guy, but like
he was like a Val Venus at that time. He was like a ladies' man type of fucking.
But like it didn't work, you know. He's not Stone Cold. Like,
but he was in that was WCW, I think, right? Like he was. It was before he came to WWF.
Yeah, and I think Vince couldn't. He told him, "I'm gonna find something for you." From what I remember watching, and it took a minute. Like it took him a while to actually come up with a shtick for him to.
Which is funny because I think that actually like became his real life persona.
I mean, how could it not?
I mean, I guess
You know, he's a beer guzzling, you know, SOB,
fucking country.
I like you ever see those TikTok videos like walking in the gym like and you're walking in like Stone Cold, so they throw water at you, you drink it, you toss it, you just fucking. It's like a whole bunch of fucking shit. I don't know. It's hilarious that he's got blonde hair as well. So it looks like he has absolutely no hair on his body.
I could only go to the Stone Cold comparison because there's literally a poster of him in a leather vest with a bald head right in front of me. So, like,
listen. On that note, after we've looked at a guy in a leather vest with no shirt on, we're gonna take a break and we'll be back.
Put posters on your wall.
We'll be back soon.
All right.
Well, I have the microphone and you don't, so you will listen to every damn word I have to say.
Yeah, you can cock it and load it and then shoot it, you know?
All right, dude.
Anyways, that beginning is because we, for some reason, neglected to talk about Dave Chappelle's new stand-up.
Oh, yes, indeed.
And
before we get into that,
Dave Chappelle always deserves gunshots, first of all.
Yeah. Well, I guess we want to get into that right now. All right.
Well, no, whatever. What do you want to talk about first?
I don't know. I was going to talk about some stories that happened this week. I don't know. I mean, I think we get into.
We got about an hour.
We get into that podcast. Hold on. We get into that podcast. To that show, and we're definitely going to be on that for the remainder of the podcast.
All right. Well, fine.
I mean, go ahead. Present the topic like you'd like it to.
Well, I mean, I started to, you know.
Just do it.
Just do it.
I'm sorry.
Give him the machine gun in the middle.
All right.
All right.
So there you go. The way Adam wanted it to be.
That's not the way I wanted it to be.
A bunch of click booms.
The way I wanted it to be is how I started. Anyway. All right. So
let's do it, man.
Dave Chappelle has released his final contractual comedy special on Netflix.
He said it was his last for a while. He said he's
technically
going all the way.
This is the one that is the final one on his contract. So probably a good time to be like, all right, let me let y'all sit with this for a minute.
Well, I also think that the way he went into it, and I don't want to spoil jokes or anything, but I think at this point people know what he was speaking about. So we don't have to necessarily go into like detail.
Yeah.
But I think the way he went about it is he was like, all right, well, if this is going to be the last one for them, I could just make it the last for a while. I'm good with money. I'm as popular as I've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody else is going to say it, so I'll say it. And he went about...
Which has always been his...
He went about his business of saying, not really looking at the line, just crossing it whenever it was. It's not like I don't think he crosses the line in a way that I'm going to cross the line. he just crosses it because that's where his joke and his mind takes him.
He crosses
and it just
the line
happens to be
only
genius
because
and genuine and fucking hilarious and awesome. Dave Chappelle.
when Dave Chappelle crosses the line, it's only because they moved the line more and more when it comes to Dave Chappelle, and he's more and more like, I will step further and further over this the more you do that, because honestly, I'm Dave Chappelle.
He said
like,
they said they canceled him off Twitter. He's like, I don't care about that. That's not a real place.
yeah.
Like, Twitter's not a real place. And you know what, man? I don't know if anybody's ever really said it like that. And I hope that a lot of people kind of thought about it the way I did. Like, well, fuck. It really isn't a real place.
But that's how everybody should be thinking about it in the first place. Like, when I won't go too deep into that shit, but, you know, when they start getting into cyberbullying and all that shit, like, it's, again, for me, we
came in a different era. So
all that shit was in person. Like, people,
we can't really talk about a lot of. So
we can, because we're a lot less of a soft generation.
No, we are,
and it's our generation's fault that generation's soft. as fuck.
True. But I will say that, I mean, we didn't grow up. Oh shit!
All right, hands in the air.
Holy shit. I tried to go and the wire kept me. Otherwise, it would have been more seamless of a thing. I was like choked and at the same time.
Yeah.
Anyway, we didn't grow up in the era where these kids grew up where the internet was the only really thing. You know, at a certain age, Facebook was what you knew to be from an early age. You know, for us, it happened. For me, I got on Facebook early. It was when you had to be a college student to be on Facebook. Like, you couldn't do it without a college email.
Yeah.
And then they opened it up, and I remember when that happened, it was distinct. There was a distinct change in how Facebook operated. It used to be so primitive in a way, and I guess as technology, you know, progresses, or they unleash whatever technology they allow at that time. You know, if that's your conspiracy theory, you're a conspiracy theorist.
I don't even know how I got tagged with the conspiracy theorist labels. Kind of.
No, I mean,
escalated quickly.
It did. But no, I think, you know, they've grown up in a time where, like, that's literally all it was. They, you know, 9 years old.
Yeah,
Kids.
It's all within the parents' fault and the disability, the inability to guide the child the right way.
Listen.
But anyway, I don't want to get too much into that, because this is about the Chappelle.
I get it, but we can talk about it. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't know if it's. So the new thing I see with kids, and I guess it's just as technology has become a thing for them to play with or to keep their kids occupied, where parents would just, you know, can do what they got to do.
Yeah.
And I don't fault them for it, but it's kind of crazy how technology-centric children are. Like, they're not.
Yes,
they're one
because they have to be.
Yeah, man, they just understand how to maneuver through things, and like,
yeah.
Vivi would give over her phone, and I'd be like, ha. Nah, not happening. I'm not gonna have them fuck around and just open my phone up and bullshit and do something stupid. Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, no. I like
see the things that I don't want them to see.
I think I would create I would not create, but like, there's got to be a better alternative than just giving them an iPad.
Here's what
because at a certain
question.
point, like, listen, as soon as we got the internet, I was looking up booby pictures when nobody was around, right?
I mean, of course.
I was trying.
That's my internet porn night.
It just took forever to download. I remember it took like 17 weeks for fucking J-Lo's titties to download, and it weren't even her and real J-Lo's titties. But it was good enough for me.
That's how fucked up the world is. As soon as the internet came out, instantly fakes were already out.
You remember? So, without... No, I don't want to. We could talk about that on Patreon.
Here's my thing. When we're talking about like the cyberbullying thing, right?
And
yeah, a lot of your life outside.
He also didn't. Well, he did go into cyberbullying, but
yeah,
and it was actually a really like I don't want to give that away because that's a really important part of the show,
right?
But he does get into cyberbullying.
My problem with it,
and
with
the irony
like
of who was doing it.
My problem with it when it comes to like kids, right? You're still doing in-person school, so you're seeing all your peers there.
Yeah.
So if nobody gonna walk up and try to snuff you in your school,
but the internet.
Who else are you worried about on the internet?
But
like the people who you interact with daily, the people who you see daily. I'm sorry, man. We
No,
we
no,
grew up in
I
a
wanna
time
try
where
to be
all of our
Agreed.
beefs were handled in person.
Word,
because,
word. And I get it, but the thing is that there was no alternative. There was no.
But there was, because
there was no.
even-
No, the internet is an artificial world. The internet is like The Sims,
Yeah.
right?
Fair
it's
enough.
a weird ass fucking place. So think about it like this: maybe the kids are pussy at school, right? But not at school when they're on the internet. They can create.
Okay, so
Group.
what?
No, I get it, but think about it, and then it becomes a
Now
literal.
they form hate groups together, like fucking mobs of angry, fascist, fucking like asshole people.
We got to be sensitive to this topic because people do like
I get it.
kill themselves. So I think
Another topic that if I really want to get real on,
no,
people aren't gonna like what I have to say about
but
it.
I'm saying I think that a kid who is, you never know, man. Like low confidence is a thing when you're a kid, and like
I get
you
it.
have to have.
It
comes again from parenting, right? Parenting has to instill some sort of confidence in you, and maybe that's not even fair because the children that puts the a lot of that on the parents of when
Yes,
it happens.
and it is.
It is.
They're the people who are raising you. Our parents did a good enough job where we're not gonna fucking see something online and like go and cry in the corner.
But we also, again, we're not a product of that. I don't think.
But we are to a degree.
No, we're not. Man, I'm
maybe
not from
maybe
that
me
era.
more so than you.
I'm
Maybe
not
I
from
guess.
that
But
era.
like 2001, 2002 is when things started really.
How old were
to
you in
kinda-
2002? 12?
11, 12 years old.
I don't know, man. I think
That's
yeah,
growing
I,
up
I
with
guess,
it,
I
to a
guess
degree.
you kind of are because you only spent a couple weeks in the 80s again. But I think, listen, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I'm trying to find a way to understand that some people are going through things that we can't understand.
When I talk about these things here, it's because I have gone through it in my mind trying to figure things out, and I don't know. You know?
I know that,
And
but like,
and it's like it's hard to I guess bring light to the fact that I don't know without making it a mockery out of it.
Yeah,
But
and that's the only thing.
the goal is not to make a mockery out of it.
Maybe what we should remember is that we don't understand. What we should understand is maybe the fact that we don't put as much weight in the internet as we do as in real life is because they do it the other way. Maybe they put more weight in the internet because that's what they grew up understanding.
So like when we were kids, when our first goal was to run outside and go and chill with everybody, and then secondary was like when we couldn't, we'd be inside playing games. It's the opposite
vice
for them.
versa. Right,
Well,
the internet matters more.
Again,
to them.
that also
And,
goes back to
that's-
the parenting
That's
bullshit.
mad dumb. That's mad dumb. But again, we can't. It's just the way it is. So maybe the fact that they put more weight
Giving
on
his ass to y'all.
what this superficial world is.
Yeah.
You know, it's caught up in showing people what you got or what you think that you should show them that you have, even though you don't have the ability to really have it. So that leads to all this. I think if we really want to get deep, it might increase crime rate because of the fact that motherfuckers want to say they got shit that they don't got, so they got to go find a way to get it. Meaning they either got to find.
But
a way
that's
to
all a
steal
bunch
it.
of bullshit too.
It's all.
Here's my thing,
listen,
right? Like
now we
put
get
out
into conspiracy
like
theories.
we put out content every week, and we
Yeah.
leave ourselves susceptible to any kind of criticism, whatever backslash people want to give us.
Weird likes.
We talk shit, right? I mean, whatever. We just now been found by YouTube anyway, but we talk enough shit that like. Whatever, you know, like, but here's the thing: if me and you are looking back at some feedback from our show and people talking shit, we're gonna ride your ass on the podcast. Like, we're not gonna sit here and be like, oh, well,
we
you shouldn't have said that to us.
I'm with you. Listen, I'm only trying to say it.
There's
I
just-
think I'm trying to play
I
devil's
think we
advocate.
lost the Darwinism factor
trying-
of life.
Yeah, obviously. But there's a
There's
lot
too
of
much pussy going on.
There's a you know what's funny is there's that white line in the office. He's like, there's too many people in the world. We need another plague. And it just literally just happened. It's fucked up. But anyway,
And you predicted that shit.
so but no, I guess I'm speaking from either you know who I am. Like but again, I'm just saying at the same time, I'm trying to look at it from maybe a devil's advocate point of view.
Maybe
And
it's because I have no kids
also-
and I don't know.
also neither do I. But maybe there's I've been trying to learn the word empathy. Vivi says I have none.
I've gotten that before.
So I'm trying to remain empathetic, and
It's not that I'm empathetic. It's just that some things are pathetic.
some things are, but empathy means that you try to understand why. Like, even though you wouldn't do it,
How can you add EM to the word pathetic and completely change the entire meaning.
I don't know where we're going. Listen, I'm just saying.
I don't know,
I
man.
get there's ways that people can be affected, and we derailed from the Chappelle's podcast.
We certainly did.
But we're definitely trying to just speak about like. Yeah, listen, it's
My overall opinion is that society is too soft as a whole right now anyway.
Of course,
So that is also part of it to
it's
me.
become
I mean,
too
it's
much.
a
Like
factor.
they're trying to talk about canceling him because he was talking about LGBTQ community and how they've had him and that community have had a very crazy and tumultuous
Tumultuous
path
is fair.
together. You know,
Yes.
so I mean that's
But that's the case every special.
yeah.
The special, I don't know if we said that, is titled The Closer.
Yeah, it's on Netflix now. I don't think
It's not an ad. Netflix ain't paying us.
I don't think Netflix is taking it down.
Maybe Netflix would give us a deal.
I don't. Yeah,
Because
who
now
knows,
we're
man.
getting
Listen, hey
to be
Netflix, what's up? I
visible
hope you're
as
watching.
well.
If not, listen, I got sneakers.
Is
Anyway.
Netflix is watching as a whole? Like, there's just a Netflix account.
It's like, dude, they don't even know my name. But no, I listen. Watch it. It's great. It touches on a lot of topics that are.
There's
are
nobody who
important today.
does like political social climate better than Dave Chappelle, and he talks about current events. He talks about certain controversial, maybe taboo topics, and again, like he said it before. I don't apologize for anything I say up here.
He said, "I'm
He's-
going all the way." Listen,
Yeah,
the best thing about that the Chappelle's special that just released, The Closer, is that and generally speaking about most of his stand-ups in recent years, you don't have to laugh to really
appreciate them.
appreciate and love it. Like
Yeah, and
a
of course
lot of
they're
that
hilarious
topics
too.
were obviously he said them tongue in cheek. You know what I mean? Like, and I think
He knew that the reaction was going to come from
it was going to be a laugh, right? So, but because it's a comedy show, but I think the way he touches on them, it's so
He
like
even knew the backlash.
he does it so beautifully, right? Like he touches on everything. So he's very smart, man, and very intellectual, and
very fucking good at what he does, man.
yeah, I think Sarah said it. We were because Sarah was over tonight. We watched it because I dropped her off at the airport in the morning.
Yeah. On
She's
vacation
like,
again with her.
he has such a way of with words, man. Like,
Yeah.
he really does, and he doesn't mince words. He says things very clearly if you listen correctly, and
Which is again partially reason why he gets back.
nobody fucking listens anymore, man. They just hear the part they don't like, and then the rest of it is white noise, and they
Yeah.
go on about their business to create some sort of fucking backlash against you. Man, fuck cancel culture. Honestly, fuck it. It's fucking ridiculous, man.
I've always felt that way too.
It's so crazy to me. Like the
Because
idea that
like they were talking about it, right?
the idea that your opinion can't exist because I have a fucking differing one, and I got to find a way to make yours disappear or stop being. So you have to change your mind because my mind is this way.
Yeah.
Man, fuck that.
Well, they were saying
like,
too,
you
like-
can feel a certain way about a certain thing because that's how life works.
That's
not everybody's gonna agree with
That's
what you
big
got.
news media pushing that shit. They were saying as soon as the special came out, right, there was like some NBC basically trying to like berate him for the stand up, and they pointed to 3 isolated tweets. One was by somebody who had like 100 followers. One was by somebody who had like 40,000, so we'll give it a little bit more credence. And then one was just some like other, and they were like, "Oh, Dave Chappelle's receiving like crazy backlash on Twitter and cancel culture for his stand up and his commentary on the trans community and da da da." And then there's like a bunch of basically other news stories that were thwarting that, right? They're like, it's not really a smear campaign when there's only 3 tweets about it. Like, what are you talking about? Like, the journalist here is clearly looking for outburst and backlash, and that's you're gonna find it when you look for it.
He wants it to go viral, gain some traction. This is what the problem is with this day and age. It's all about what goes viral and what's got so many clicks and so much interactions, because that's how you get a name out there nowadays. It's like that's getting your demo.
Yeah.
Your demo listened to and liked, or something catches, right? So that's how anybody who's in the news media tries to catch, that's how you attach your name to a Dave Chappelle thing. And now that your name is attached to that, Dave Chappelle and so-and-so's dumbass. Dave Chappelle and so-and-so.
Yeah, like when I post this video, one of my tags is going to be Dave Chappelle. And it's going to get a few extra impressions because
hopefully hopefully you enjoy it. We're going to timestamp when we start talking about Dave Chappelle. And then hopefully you'll like that.
Or maybe somebody will do it for us.
Maybe so. I don't know. But it was great. He touched on a lot of things. And before we really go into depth in it, I would like for people to be able to watch it a little bit more.
You're not going to be surprised necessarily because you expect an amazing show with Dave Chappelle and he's going to give you one.
Yeah.
You're going to laugh. You're also going to be like, oh shit, like that's.
And that's what I was getting. That's what I was getting at. You don't have to laugh. Like, you can be like, wow, like the way sometimes he just says things in a way that you haven't really heard.
Shines light on things in a different way.
Right. And it's when you hear it, it's more of a wow moment. Like, and sometimes it's not I'm going to laugh my ass off because even though I did laugh a lot, there was a lot of funny fucking jokes, and maybe
started hilarious. I don't even want to get into it.
Maybe on Patreon. Maybe
on
Patreon. But give it a watch, and don't judge it before you've seen it, because a lot of people are going to probably judge it off headlines before they actually give it a shot. And if you know Dave Chappelle, man, like, he's probably one of the most genuine fucking people that is in the business.
The crazy
thing
thing is,
we know him, but like in terms of what he's stood for the whole time he's been in the light of Hollywood. It's been the same person, and
the crazy thing is even as that's true, with every new special that he's put out, you still see like growth and improvement in his craft, and his abilities to like just give you a show that nobody else can, It's still improvement, and you're like,
they're like, who are you to do this? He's like, I'll tell you who I am, bitch. He's like, I'm the guy, and listen, spoiler alert, I'm the guy who walked away from $50 million. Like, I did that. Like, he's like, I stood on my moral ground, and
clearly it's not about the money for me.
No, it's more about the what's transpiring. And Dave Chappelle, man, like you got to give him a lot of credit for who he is and what he's done. And
there's a lot of
he's allowing himself to be like the sacrificial lamb in a sense, but
kind of.
I hope,
but also not really.
I hope Netflix rides with him, and I hope they don't take it down.
Yeah, I don't think they will. Netflix has been really. They have a really good relationship.
I was saying that they have too good of a relationship. It seems for them to like.
I'm pretty sure they're like, listen, you can come back and we'll give you another contract whenever you're ready.
Yeah. Like whenever you want, like
because not only
you can play, you can do a year by year and shit. Like if you want,
this is where I've kind of grown to respect Netflix a little bit. Is they handle their contracts right, and
it seems like it. I don't know.
It does, and like if a good show,
if you want to handle our contract, Netflix,
if what they deem to be a good show isn't getting the respect on the cable networks that it should, They have people there who are like
that is probably one of the coolest things about right now. Like though I don't watch a lot of the television that's out. Like there's just too many TV shows. People are like, you seen this? Like, fuck no, man. Like I don't got like that much like free space in my head to do that. Yeah. I got other things.
That's why I often go back to shows that I've seen already.
Me too. And I'm not saying like anything. I just don't have like. People be like, you want to watch this show? I'll be like, how long is the show? She'd be like, oh, they're 50-minute. I'm like, fuck no. That means for every 2 episodes, I've taken up almost 2 hours of my life to watch a TV show.
Yeah.
And that's only 2 of them. And if there's 6 seasons and they're all fucking 12 episodes, that means I'll be here for 4 years, man.
That's why I find shows like the Wayans Brothers, because they're like 22 minutes. They take all the commercials out, obviously, when you are going through a streaming service. I can watch 3 episodes in an hour.
I need background noise, man.
Yeah.
But I don't want to sit there and have to watch.
But that show will still make me laugh every single time.
I can't passively watch a new TV show. If I'm going to watch it, I want to be like, oh, every little bit of it I want to catch because...
And it's been a minute since I started, like... I started The Boys on Amazon Prime when they first came out. Remember I told you it's like a superhero farce type of thing?
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for season 3 to come out. But that's like the only one that I'm still waiting for new episodes. Everything else I watch is just it's kind of or Wildin' Out.
We wilding out now.
Which, by the way, Kid and Play are going to be on soon.
You told me about that. That's
Yep.
cool.
I guess we kind of like really didn't wrap up too much of the Chappelle thing. I would like to talk to a lot more about the subject matter, but yes, let's give people, I guess, at least the first couple weeks in.
Yeah, because I get
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Like, you watch it, I'll be like, yo, it came out like 2.5 hours ago. I got to work at 5. I got to wake up. Like I can't do that.
Right.
I got shit to do.
It's a lot to digest when you are unaware of what to expect with Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
But it's worth it. It's worth the watch.
It's always fun to see.
Please go watch it so that I can talk about
it.
We might talk about it on Patreon just because I'm impatient.
Maybe. But no, like it's funny to see the people's faces in the crowd.
Yeah.
Like like there was like specifically a few people in the middle, like you'll just see them, their face goes from laughing to just sourpuss.
Like at this point, why would you buy tickets to a Chappelle stand-up and you don't know what to expect?
Did somebody just do it as a prank?
Yeah, it's like,
oh, they'll hating
on us, but they come to our show.
Hey,
yeah,
do what you got to do, man. But I think I give it a very high score. I don't know the number yet. I'd like to watch it again.
Yeah, for sure.
But I give it a definite must watch, and especially at this time, that we live in now.
I'll tell you what I noticed. I didn't see him light up one single cigarette.
Yo, I thought about that too. But in all the pictures afterwards, he was smoking a cigarette. Did you watch any of that?
No.
Probably not.
No. Well, I did actually. I watched the end roll
with all of the
yeah, but I mean, just the show itself with him.
And also I realized he didn't bring any water up there, nothing. He'd just be up there speaking.
He was there with a purpose.
I feel like I got to drink water just thinking about drinking about water.
Yeah, but really good one. So we can move on from that. What were you saying? Before we got into this, you wanted to start with a story that you had.
Well, it's not really a story. I just wanted to bring up, so we know Adam's afraid of insects.
Again,
you just addressed your fear of bees while we were downstairs in the garage. You just said it.
It's not a fear.
You said Adam said no. I don't know if it's not verbatim.
It's not verbatim.
But I'm going to paraphrase.
It's a lie, y'all.
I'm paraphrasing. Mm-hmm. But Adam said, "Man, I would like to get a screen for the garage. That one of the doors. It's basically the same thing as the door, just comes down and covers the whole thing." He's like, you can get away from mosquitoes and bees.
I didn't even say mosquitoes. See, that's how you know you weren't even listening.
I paraphrased, Dick. I paraphrased.
Yeah, I got to add things. That's not paraphrasing.
But you did say bees, right?
When you paraphrase, you summarize.
But you did say bees.
I said bees.
Exactly.
I said
what are you fighting?
I said you can grill out here without having to worry about bees and shit because bees come at you when you're trying to grill. So I didn't say I was scared of them.
Well, the only thing you said was bees then.
I'm cool with their existence.
How you say bees? Why you couldn't say mosquitoes or flies? Because they come too?
Mosquitoes are more of a, first of all, in the evening type of thing.
Oh, if you're grilling in the evening, you got mosquitoes.
Maybe I'm grilling for breakfast, motherfucker.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm saying Adam is afraid of bees, and he addressed it.
I'm not. And
so
I didn't.
I was in a car. I was in my work truck actually. I heard that shit over here. I was in the work truck Friday, and I had just finished my work, and I was getting ready to go get some lunch. So I'm driving. And I reach over and I keep some napkins and I was going to blow my nose. And as soon as I go over to put it on my nose, a bee flies in, right? And I was like, oh, shit. So literally I had the napkin and I hit the bee, right? And I smacked him and I drive a Transit, right, for work. Big ass 250 or whatever. That's not that big, but it's big enough. The side windows, right? There's the window that goes down, but then there's the whatever, the pillar window, the A-pillar window, whatever. It's big as hell, so it smacked it, and it was just sitting there, and I was like, ah, shit. So now I'm driving, and I'm like, all right, So I basically I pulled into a parking lot and stopped, and as I was doing that, it had made its way up, limping, and I felt this is one of the first times I've really felt bad for bees, right? It looked like it was like, fuck. Shit!
Sprained his ankle and shit.
I felt really bad, and I just was watching it, and it eventually just kind of got to the window again. It just climbed all the way up, the seam, and it climbed to the window, and it looked like it flew away on some "fuck you, motherfucker." Okay, so I drive a truck that is gonna smell because I take samples from sewers.
Right.
Yeah, it's a
doo-doo-ass truck.
Such a glorious job, and. So obviously you're gonna get some insects that are attracted to it, right? So you'll get a bee flying. But one time I remember, I don't even remember thinking about it when it happened, but I was in the work truck and I looked down and there's a fucking wasp on my shirt. Like, ah, shit. I don't remember throwing it in. I don't remember stopping before I threw it in park. I don't remember. It was my old truck, so it had the column shifter. I don't remember even looking out before I jumped out the truck. But I jumped out and just,
See, that's some scared of bees shit.
There's
you know?
a wasp. It's a different
It's the
story.
same thing,
No,
motherfucker.
it's not.
That's what I'm
in the
talking about.
comments below.
When I say bees,
please, in the comments below.
When I say bees, I'm referring specifically to the things that will come and sting yo ass.
Bees
That's
are
all
different
I
than
refer
wasps.
to. No, they're in the same family.
No, they're
right?
different. They're different.
No, they're in the same category
They are
of
different.
Animalia.
This was a big ass developed ass bee though. I'll tell you what. Remember the story I told about the fucking not the cricket, the grasshopper.
Mm-hmm.
This looked like a big ass bat, right? It was just not a grasshopper, but it was
I'm
just
telling
big
you,
as
I've
hell.
seen fucking.
Yeah, I get it. But
Yeah.
listen, in the comments below, please allow me the glory of being right over Adam and the fact that yes, wasps are different. Wasps.
Yeah, not that they're not
And
different,
hornets
but
and
that
all
they fall
that.
under the
There's
category.
different ones. Look it up. Look it up
No,
right
I'm
now.
not looking it up.
Let's
You said
look
it in the
up.
comments.
No, fuck
You
that.
look it up.
Fuck the comments, even though comment, please. Do me a favor.
Yeah, where the
and
hell
look it
y'all
up.
been at in the comments?
Look at wasps. Yeah, where y'all been, man? Me and him been talking about that. Where'd y'all go? Y'all still watching? Please? Please comment. Poop.
See,
Poop mouth.
a wasp is any insect of the narrow-waisted suborder Apocrita of the order
You
Hymenopet,
can't read for shit.
which is neither a bee. Hey man,
Hey,
listen,
Junior.
listen. Those words that are. It's called Hymenoptera.
Hymen?
Hymen is
Do
the
they
beginning.
they got a picture?
Wait, hang on. So, a wasp is any insect of the narrow-waisted suborder, which is neither a bee nor an ant, but they look like both.
Wait.
This, this is the picture.
Yeah, that's a wasp.
This is a wasp. It says wasp right on
Then
it.
there was a wasp in my truck yesterday, or on Friday.
This excludes the broad-waisted sawflies, which look somewhat like wasps, but are in a separate suborder. The wasps do not constitute a clade, a complete natural group
All right,
with a
stop
single
now,
ancestor.
Stop now.
It got into just a whole lot of weird shit.
All right. Well,
But so it's not a bee or an ant, but they look like both.
so they got to have like two-piece
It's
body.
like an ant
They got to
with
have
a
like.
stinger and
So they got like a two-piece body, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
it's
bee.
segmented
The
like
bee
that.
is basically just like a they called it a thick-waisted thing.
so you're talking about a bumblebee.
I don't know anymore. I don't know.
I'm lost now.
I don't know anymore.
Either way, fuck them. If they can sting me, I don't like them, and that's my bottom line. on
I
that.
felt really bad for that one though. Like it felt like we could have been cool. Like he was just like you ever feel like
Never feel
so
like that.
last week we were talking about the friendliest insects, right?
Mm-hmm.
And tarantulas happened to be on there. I was like, holy shit! But have you seen these videos of honeybees like being nice to like people? Like people got them in their hand. and
I
shit?
choose to not look for.
I know that,
videos of
but
bees.
you've seen like the titles of these videos at least. Like people like actually help.
like Honey Nut Cheerios. I'm just saying that's a really nice bee. You know, it's really friendly to humans. It's the only example I have.
It's not a real bee.
I know.
All right, just want to make sure. So, why?
See how easy it is.
No.
See why when you
Yeah, I
interrupt
get
people,
it, but
it's bad.
But this was a listen, honeybee. Like so, I did feel bad for him though. Like it felt like he just flew in. He's like no, and I smacked him. Not even my hand, like the napkin. So a good thing it wasn't my hand because he probably would have been like just laying there ready to sting. This
Yeah.
one felt like he didn't realize.
Yeah, you pissed them off with the first hit, and then you got to hit them again.
I was
Knock him out.
contemplating it, but I didn't want to kill him. I was like, I'll just let his ass get out the truck. Like
Listen,
I'm not
the
here
temperature
to
is going to kill them very shortly anyway.
I'm not here to murder the bee or the wasp or whatever he is now because you've confused me. But whatever he was, you ever seen like a dark bee? Like it's like it's exactly what a bee looks like, but black.
I have seen this, yes.
Like,
but
what is
but
that
it was big
shit?
as fuck.
You ran, didn't you?
Enormous. No, it actually went to go and just fly into like a corner of the garage. So what I did was
You shot it with that salt gun?
No, not that.
No.
So what I did instead was I had that bug, the bee wasp killer shit, and so I sprayed it for like a good 30 seconds, and then eventually it like froze and fell. Yeah, I wasn't about to fuck with that because if that thing stung me, I'm pretty sure I would have died. You know,
I don't know about died.
it was literally this fucking big. All right. This is not an exaggeration.
I try to remember that these things might actually have brains, and it's fucked up to think that sometimes because you're just like, listen, spiders, I don't think they want to fuck with you as much as they just want to stay away from you. And if you come near, they might bite you.
Probably. But
My
it's funny.
beef with them is they are fast, man. They got too many legs to just be fucking around like that.
On your same note about the like the dark bees, I realized something.
I think those are
when it comes to spiders,
hornets. Hornets, I think
whatever they are, they're
darker
terrifying.
Or is that just because the mascot of the Charlotte Hornets that I'm thinking that?
Yeah, maybe that.
Because that's like a turquoise blue green. Like is that what a hornet looks like?
I don't think
looks
so.
like.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm gonna look that up.
Green hornet. Apparently, that color of hornets is a thing.
I think that's just a superhero.
I realized that when it comes to spiders, that I am colorist.
You're racist.
Let me explain. If you see like a black spider running down, you're like, oh, that's cool, run of the mill spider, like whatever, no big deal.
Wait, what? A black spider?
Like
there's those ones. No, there's the ones that look really crazy.
If you see the ones that have red in them, yeah, anything but a solid black spider is terrifying because you think, hey,
it's the brown recluse.
You don't know what it is, and there's so many different varieties of spider. So like, if a spider has like red legs, for instance, I automatically put more of a judgmental fear towards the way of the spider.
Wow,
you know?
dude, you are a racist.
No, colorist.
You're a closet.
I'm a spider colorist.
Only when it comes to spiders?
Yes, a candid
Hornets,
colorist of
candid. That's weird. Are hornets in Chicago? That's what I want to know.
Are hornets in Chicago? Yeah, hornets are everywhere, man.
Okay, let's look at images.
If you own like the beach property, right? You own like the sand and the water.
That's what a hornet is? I've definitely encountered a hornet. Holy shit.
That's the one that's this big?
Huh? What the fuck is that?
It's a murder hornet.
No, not the murder hornet. The regular hornet's available.
How do you tell the difference between a murder hornet and a regular hornet?
The murder hornet is an obvious murder hornet. It looks like it can murder you.
But they're big as fuck and they look like they can all murder me.
No, the murder hornet I think is like as long as your finger.
Hey, you know the little wasps you're talking about? Those are the ones who were actually like gangbanging on the murder hornets. I think that's why we don't see them. They would literally like attack them in droves.
Like, we don't like
bitches our turf. Like
we don't like your kind over here.
Yeah, they were getting down on them hornets for a minute. But what? So you're not gonna show me the picture of what you pulled up here, or what?
Okay. So I believe that's you've seen one of those.
Yeah,
that's a hornet.
I see those all the time.
So now I gotta run. Damn,
those are fucked up.
I thought those were called. What was the one they used to call Yellowjackets? What's a Yellowjacket?
I don't know. Maybe it's in a class of its own. I don't like that we're spending so much time on bees.
Adam's getting scared of just thinking about it.
No. I just don't like bees. I'm telling you, man. You think it's scared. It's a dislike.
That is a hornet. That's what they called Yellowjackets. All right, I didn't know that they were hornets. My whole life, I was like, that can't be too.
So you thought those were wasps?
My whole life, I just thought, well, Yellowjacket can't be too bad. That if it's nicknamed after just a jacket, it's yellow.
I thought the Yellowjackets.
It's an unassuming, it's not such a threatening color. Why are they yellow?
I don't know, man. Like, so bumblebees are the only ones that I know. The ones that go and pollinate the flowers and do their thing. Those are the ones that are cool. All the other ones, fuck them.
I don't know
Bottom line.
what any of them look like because they all look the same to me because I'm not a racist like you.
It's not race, okay?
Yes, it is.
It's colorism.
I don't see a difference.
Animalia.
They're all the same.
It's not.
Yes.
If you see a spider with red legs, for instance, are you going to treat it the same way if you see a spider with just all black legs?
I've seen many a spider.
And some of them are more threatening looking than others.
The daddy long legs grow to a size that you would run away from before you ran away from a smaller spider that was a little bit different color.
Daddy long legs it's a very funny situation for them.
They
and
can't
it's
kill
kinda
you.
weird. They can't penetrate your skin.
Yeah, but
they are the
these-
most deadly spiders of all time if they could.
But these look like they could. They're big as fuck. I want
That's
to
why
tell
I
you,
kill spiders when
they
they're in the
look
house.
like
I sucked two of them up with the vacuum
I've
earlier today,
encountered them
out in that hallway.
in the sewer. In the sewer, I've encountered them like this big.
Yeah.
Like that big. Like that's a big spider.
Scary.
Sometimes I like knock their web and you just see them drop.
All right, with your Dennis the Menace ass.
Dude, no, I have to sample, right? So like,
Trust me, I
they're
know.
in the way.
I would do it too.
I didn't know that they grew to be that size though. They're
Pretty
huge.
fucked up. Yeah.
I think they call them sewer daddy long legs. Candid. So again, I'm not sure, but it's fucking weird. I've encountered.
Is that spider play?
I don't want to play with them, dude. Honestly, like
That's why I'd be like, fuck them. See,
but
you.
I've
I don't know
become-
why you judge my
No,
methods of getting them the fuck out of
I've
here.
become desensitized to like regular spiders. Like I've seen too many regular spiders to
Just
be
because
afraid.
you have an unnatural association with spiders does not mean that the average person should have to be like, oh yeah, I like bugs.
I find that no, I don't like them. I find that I'd rather see a larger spider than a smaller spider, because at least I know where the larger spider.
That's true.
Smaller
And-
one, you'd be like, I can barely see you, but I just like my eyes focused enough to be able to see that there's one.
Tarantulas were on the friendliest insect list last week.
I told you that. I don't understand it. Maybe it's because they just walk around like smug as fuck. I'm a fucking tarantula.
Fucking hairy ass legs and shit. Damn, that's not it. Oh, you went too many over.
I'm a tarantula. You don't know about me, but I'm friendly. B, what you know about me? I walk around with 8 legs. I'm weird as fuck and I'm smug as fuck. I'm a tarantula. They're never gonna follow us.
He said, I'm a tarantula.
That may have been the worst.
That shit is great.
It probably would have been better if I had hit it on the first pad, but no,
You really believe that?
my rhythm was all fucked up, man.
You seriously don't believe me? No, that was good. That was a good laugh. I hope you guys all got the same laugh out of it.
Listen, man, if you can't make fun of yourself, I can't. I don't say I rap. I just like to pretend I can rap.
You just hit the button and rapped.
That beat. One day I'm gonna really rhyme really well over it, and you're gonna not be able to say shit.
Well, it's been weeks now. You should be able to rap well.
That was weeks ago, motherfucker.
That shit is great.
Now that you mention it, I do think I'm bleeding inside my chest.
All right, so more celebrity shit.
Speck on his forehead.
No, it's a unity, fool.
Or unity.
Unity. Fool,
He came up. He was like, the best part about it is this story is, by all accounts, not fake.
No.
Right? Like he said, I used to, one of my favorite parts or favorite lines from Charlie Murphy was, rest in peace, Charlie Murphy.
Yes.
Was the, some great storytellers in the world, man. Who can make this shit up? Who can make up this shit? Like, fucking, you gotta love Charlie Murphy, man. But like
Another beautiful thing Dave Chappelle was able to facilitate. So
yeah, at least to give the world a little bit of him, you know.
Yeah.
I know he's been around.
and
a
Rick
little
James.
bit.
I mean, you had Rick James there too, and
the
he
world
passed,
already
like,
had Rick James.
Well, yeah.
He's like, I'm not just gonna kick
Well,
my
the world-
feet up on.
The world
on
technically
Eddie
had Charlie
Murphy.
Murphy.
Huh?
The world technically had Charlie Murphy. They had Eddie Murphy the entire time, and Charlie was there, and he probably could have been involved
Well,
in all
I
this
don't.
shit.
He was like, I think he was in the Navy,
Yeah.
and like he lived a different type of life than
Yeah.
Eddie
But
Murphy did.
when he was back, he was with them constantly. You know what I mean?
That seems like-
Obviously, these stories wouldn't exist without
that seemed to
that.
be
So.
game blouses, nice game, bitches.
Who knew Prince was nice on the court? It's crazy.
Yo, and then the way that Dave Chappelle plays him is hilarious. Look at him.
He make
To be a
himself comfortable.
dog. Vivi keeps sending me fucking videos of cute ass dogs, and she won't stop it. I know what she's trying to do.
She's trying to get you to get a
She's
dog.
trying to get me to
motherfucker.
get a dog.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, there used to be another dog that featured on this podcast, but he passed away.
If you look back at some of the older episodes.
Yes, my former dog,
Yes.
Stax. But
Rest in peace. That.
rest in peace, Stax. But yeah, she's been trying to send little little hints of, and I don't know what the fuck she's trying to hint at because there's some big ass dogs she's sending. Like, she'll be sending me. She doesn't realize that like German Shepherds get big.
German Shepherd.
Dude,
women in pictures are the worst thing of all time. Sarah's the same way. She picks everything off of pictures, and I'm like, woman, go and fucking try it first. Like, go look at it in person.
See fully grown. Because
pictures are very. She wanted to buy a house on the pictures alone. I was like, no. What the fuck are you talking about? Let's go look at the house, stupid.
We've got to go there. No, I don't. German Shepherds are maybe the cutest puppies, right? Mm-hmm. Because they're just all sorts of hairy, and they look like all. If they could be that size forever, holy shit, that's a good dog.
That's my sentiment about a lot of dogs.
But the fucking golden retriever.
Yeah,
puppies,
they grow up to be so ugly. In my opinion,
yeah, not ugly, but just too hairy.
Well, yeah, I mean, not as cute as they started. Because there's arguments to be made for like German Shepherds, Labs, and golden retrievers for having like the cutest puppies. Right?
Oh, 100%.
But they also grow up and don't.
Pit bull puppies?
Yeah, pit bull puppies are really cute too.
Pit bull puppies are cute as fuck.
Look at the fucking conversation.
But my policy on pit bulls is that they grow up to look like they could beat my ass.
That's true.
I don't really want a dog that I might have to fight, and
this dog is more swole than me.
Yeah, like again, there's things like I don't want to do. Imagine, fighting with your dick out, right? You don't know you're gonna have to. But let's say your dog for some reason is angry, right, and he decides he's gonna become abusive towards you. I don't know.
I had a bad day.
Right, like now you're sleeping naked, right? You might have got your fuck on and you turned over and went to bed, right? And now when you go wake up, your dog's just looking at you growling, and you're like,
now it's even. Your dog's had his dick out in your house the whole time.
That's true, man. That's true. Have you seen that video? That girl that heard the pit bulls like growling at her, and she's like, no, and it's just over here, and I'm just like, he's gonna eat her fucking face. I don't want to have to fight a pit bull, and I'm not saying that they are naturally. Aggressive.
So you think that you can beat up 2 kangaroos, but you don't think that you can beat up one pit bull?
I
feel like your math is wrong.
No. So the thing is here, I feel like a pit bull has a little bit more of a one-up. Like I think it's stronger than a kangaroo.
Yeah, but you can get a nice kick in the side of a fucking pit bull and put it out of its ability to attack you the same way.
And you've seen some swole ass pit bulls. It looks like it would be like hold your leg and like take you down and start fucking. You
just gotta overpower it the same way you can do like get on top of it and put your hand on his neck and be like, bitch.
I think
Be over.
You think Benny's a little strong? I don't think he's anywhere near a match for a pit bull.
I don't know, man. He's pretty strong.
Pit bulls are no joke. So, like, they grow up.
Some pit bulls are no joke. Yeah, not all of them.
You see these motherfuckers putting weights on them. Like, what kind of shit is that? Remember, like, motherfucker. I don't know if they still do it. Motherfuckers used to put like weights on the neck of the dog, and motherfucker just walk around with like a fucking 5-pound plate. Yeah. That's not normal shit.
I mean, listen.
What are you training him for? What is this dog meant to be other than just a dog for your family?
If
like,
you groom the dog the correct way. Bulldogs can be swole as fuck too, looking just like a fucking. That's why they got the big Mack truck shits.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
They have the kangaroo thing.
Got all the faith in my dog.
They have the kangaroo thing. Well, yeah.
Let me at him.
Like, how you gonna how you can't even punch? The range of motion is not even right. I refuse to believe that a fucking kangaroo is gonna give me a run for my money.
This is just like I imagine Jean-Claude Van Damme like in a stance just throwing punches like this.
And apparently he was good at kung fu.
He has a new
Who's
series.
interrupting my kung fu?
He's got a newish series out on Amazon Prime.
Yo, if y'all never watched Black Dynamite, you got to watch Black Dynamite.
I play Dynamite. I sell drugs in the community. It'll forever be hilarious.
Oh, man.
All right, so I want to talk about this before we get out of here because it was very entertaining to me. But I also know that you watched it. So Steph Curry recently interviewed Michael Jordan.
Yep.
About the Ryder Cup.
Yep.
And I guess that was
the Ryder Cup is, if you didn't know, it's like different countries against each other in golf.
Pretty much Europe and United States.
Yeah.
And they have like golf challenges. It's not necessarily like all 18-hole type of shit. Like,
yeah,
they do distance shots and shit like that.
It's some rich people shit.
Yeah, but I mean, entertaining and something I would love to be able to be involved in.
Yeah, I don't foresee that being a thing for us.
No. Well, I mean, maybe eventually.
No.
If we have a few more weeks like this.
I don't think so.
we have a few more years like this,
No, that's not even that doesn't help anything.
a few more years that follow the path of last week's trends.
Do you even play golf?
I like to play golf. I've played golf. I'd like to play more golf.
All right, I get that, but what I'm saying is you don't, and you probably won't for some time. It takes a little bit of skill to be in the Ryder Cup. Also, you have to have.
Well,
a
I'm
name.
not saying that I'm going to be in the Ryder
listen,
Cup.
You said it,
No, I said I would love to be able to be involved in something like
and you
that.
said maybe with and nothing. Maybe with nothing.
Okay, well, whatever.
We can we can possibly create our own Ryder Cup,
Yeah.
but that would also. All right, never mind. Let's just go on. Move on.
Sounds like a single man's activity.
Yes, just go on.
All right, so yeah, he was asking him, about like how he got into golf and things like how he compares his mind state on the basketball court to his mind state on the golf course. Specifically in relation to, I guess, the events at the Ryder Cup, right? Because they're all like they're solo team events, right? So he's like, if I'm on the basketball court, he's like, there's always, no matter how deep we're in, there's always a thought that like I can turn it on and we can pull ourselves out of this, right? And he's like, when you're in the Ryder Cup and you're part of a team, but you have solo shots that you're responsible for, you can't make it all up in one game because you got to do it like point by point. Like I can only get 1 point back at it when it's my turn, type of shit, And they were asking him like who that he has encountered on the golf course that would say reminds him of him. And just a couple of people, he's like, I can't say that they remind me completely of me. He's like, but like I see a little bit of me there, see a little bit of me here, and like he'll talk about the person that like if he was going to meet him on the golf course is the guy that he doesn't want to see, like So it's a very it's kind of just cool little candid Michael Jordan interview, and it's like I always like to watch them whenever MJ comes out.
I usually will. There's a few I've been waiting or kind of waiting, but just in general meaning to get back to because I've seen them on, but I haven't watched them just because I feel like there's a lot I've heard him say already.
Yeah.
So like sometimes you just kind of like, especially during the Last Dance when it came out. Again, I was telling Vivi, I don't really. The last year is a blur. Like I don't remember when. I felt like COVID was started in like 2017 or something at this point. Like it feels like the last few years are just a blur.
Yeah.
So that whenever The Last Dance came out, was it 2020? When did COVID start? 2020. God damn.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, man, we've been wearing masks in stores for like 2 years almost.
Yep.
But go ahead and finish your shit because that just got me in a whole sad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so he talked to him a little bit about his history with golf and like how he got into it and type of shit, and he was like, it just felt like a natural progression, I guess, from the NBA. Very competitive sport. He's like, I think he said golf would be to him one of the hardest sports to master, especially when you're like in front of a crowd of people doing it, But Michael Jordan's been going to the Ryder Cup for years and years. Like he always, if he wasn't there, he's like to participate. He was there to watch. They were showing somebody who was there to watch, and he was sitting next to George Bush. Like they're just over there watching together. But it was just a really cool little interview, like 10 minutes, nothing super long. And it got me thinking, like, damn, man, Steph Curry is really having a good time with his life right now. Like,
you know what? He is.
He's going out, he's doing commercials, he's like having these little cool little sporting events.
What year was he drafted? He's been in the league for a long time. Let's look that
up
because I just
I
realized.
want to say like 2011.
I just realized they said it's Derek's 13th season, man.
Yeah.
Fuck. You don't think he's had that long because he didn't. It feels like there's so many years in the middle that's missing. You know what I'm saying for Derek?
Yeah.
Like it feels like he played those first few years and then like there's just so much of a void in the middle of like it feels like hopefully that helps extend his career just a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully he can get to a 17th year. And I want him to win a championship so bad.
Hell yeah. I would love to see it do. He had apparently a pretty good game the other night. There's some highlights out and shit, but
yeah, go Derek, man. Always gonna be a fan of you.
Yes, absolutely.
This is
it's
a
been
podcast
said.
in favor of the
2009.
kid. That's what and Derek was 2008?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Steph's been in the league for 12 years.
Yep.
I don't know how long. I mean, with his league,
he's making $45.78 million this year.
with his game, he could play for quite some time.
Yeah. I mean, he's 33 right now.
You know, he doesn't play the high flying. He relies on some speed.
He's kind of reminiscent of like maybe a more of a sharp shooter. Obviously, Tony Parker keeps moving. He's constantly in motion with the ball for the most part. Unless he's like pulling and popping type of shit.
He's more of a. And you got to be careful because you don't want to disrespect Tony Parker because Tony Parker was
absolutely, yeah.
But like he's just a little bit more of a deadlier.
He's just a
weapon.
Shot, like nobody has a shot like
he's got like Steve Nash quickness. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like
it's deceptive quickness. Like you don't.
Yeah.
You know.
And he's got the ball on a string.
Which I always got to give it to him because he was highly touted as he's just a shooter, type of guy for a while.
But his game is way more than that. So
yeah. For sure.
You know what? I think all of what he's got, he deserves. Like
he's been blessed to play with some good players, but he was
blessed to have his dad be a fucking NBA player and be able to be exposed to this his whole life.
Absolutely.
You know?
But I mean,
and that's
just the pairings on the court that he was, and it was all like you got to give it to Golden State for a large part of it because most of it was draft until they traded for a couple other big guys, but. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's cool to see them kind of out there like having fun and doing their thing now again. And, obviously, I said like Shaq has been literally everywhere and he keeps popping up more and more places. But
crazy. But we're getting a little long and we got some stuff to talk about on Patreon.
All right, so we do sneakers first.
Sneakers,
and then we close the show.
Close out, but yeah, I to reiterate your thought. It would be probably pretty cool to be in his position right now. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Aisha Curry,
even though
his mom
just never shut up. These women.
Anyway, his mom and Del Curry, they split up. Mm-hmm. They were like, somebody was like, whatever you think you want out here, you don't want it. You had something better over there. Stay over there.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
All right, so sneakers. You can start. Go ahead.
Yeah, get these Air Max 3s. What do they call these? Like laser blue or some shit. I can't remember. But yeah, I like them.
Oldie but goodie. Well, not even oldie, but you
Kinda
brought it back
oldie.
a couple times.
Yeah, they've been here.
Well, same here. Brought some back. You know what?
The eggplant.
Seems like a good time as any to do it. It's the eggplant foam posit. To me, probably one of my favorite looking shoes that I own. Still not the Grail to me. I got my fives. That's the one. But
did you like those shattered backboard fives?
Yeah.
Okay, but that's fine. No doubt.
I mean, I still got the shattered backboard ones and they're the 3.0s, and I still haven't put them on. But
that's true. You have.
I think that might be coming up this month.
That's not a bad idea. Oh, it's Halloween.
Halloween falls on a Sunday or Saturday?
Couldn't tell you.
Well, regardless, whenever it falls.
Your Halloween episode.
Yeah.
Ooh. Gotta get some shit in there.
Yeah. I might have to. Damn, I have to be on top of loading that shit. We do have that there. That's kind of
that's true. We do.
I don't know. We'll try to load like a whole panel of Halloween noises for that episode and see what happens. But on that note, it is that's what we got for you for episode 112.
112.
We were kind of in some random places here and there, but we're still reeling from the unexpected
Keep
growth.
it coming. Tell your friends. Tell your friends' friends.
I heard everything you said.
I heard everything you said.
Yes.
And just continue to support. We appreciate it.
And if you, for some reason, got all the way to the end of this video as a new watcher and have not hit subscribe yet, what you waiting for?
Do it.
Hit that shit.
Hit it. What he said? We done, Tony.
Stick yourself, Tony. Yeah, we'll catch y'all on 113, which doesn't have a band that matches it.
No, so it doesn't matter. All right.
Bye.
Peace.